can you guys let me know how good this idea is?
Don't underestimate people you know that would be willing to lend you the money at a reasonable rate if they believe in you.
If they believe in your product,
Yes.
exactly. Everyone out there that's talking about starting a business, right? You do not need a unique idea that no one's ever done before. Sometimes you can just take an existing idea and add a little different to it. And that's what this is.
We're good.
All right. Well, everybody, welcome to Start It or Scrap It, where we tell you if you should start it or scrap it.
Pretty much.
This is a business show for people that are looking to start a business, or maybe they're running a small business and they're running into problems. I'm Mike Tricanian.
I'm Gummi.
And we help you by answering your questions, to take questions live on TikTok, or we'll go through Reddit and look for people that have questions about starting or running their business and try to provide them with some advice. Hopefully good advice, advice nonetheless.
Advice.
How have you been, man?
Good. I've been good.
What have you been up to?
Just work.
Yeah.
Dealing with tennis elbow.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me about that.
I woke up Saturday morning and I was stuck.
Yeah.
And I had to slowly get it to a point where I could move. So I finally booked a physical therapy session yesterday. And let me tell you, she went at it, massaging it. And there was one point in time where I felt like I was back doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Nice.
She turned it slightly and my entire body came flying off the table. She was like, "Oh, that hurt?" I was like, "Yeah,
just a little bit, just a little." Yeah.
But by the end of the session, she could do that same motion,
right.
And it was just discomfort. It wasn't.
Well, that's
pain.
good.
Oh, it was huge. Yeah.
How long have you been dealing with the ailment?
It's been almost 6 weeks now.
Oh man.
Yeah.
This is from golf, right?
Probably. What's weird is I got golfer's elbow, and then my golfer's elbow became tennis elbow.
Ah.
So my guess is that I was overcompensating because I was injured doing certain motions.
Yeah.
So I was overcompensating with other motions, which caused it to move from here to here.
Ah.
So that's the difference. Golfer's elbow, tennis elbow.
Oh, I had no idea. I didn't even heard of golfer's elbow.
Yeah. It's just which muscles are affected or which
right.
tendons really are affected. So.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gave me exercises. I'm like, man, I got homework. I just want you to take care of the problem.
Oh yeah. Just walk in at the problem solved, walk out, right?
Yep.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's how it always
usually works.
right?
What's supposed to do anyway. So for those of you live on TikTok, please submit your questions in the chat, and we'll be happy to get to you to get you some legal advice. Some
legal advice.
Well, possibly legal, but some advice on your business.
Whenever there's something legal, the first thing out of your mouth is this is
not legal advice. Exactly. So anyway, so I had a new client come to me this week.
Oh, me too.
Did you? You had a new one? You want to go first?
Dude, so on the oddness scale of 0 to 10 of how odd that meeting went, it's like a 9.4.
Oh, please.
I'm not going to get into details. But so there was what I call the business part of the meeting.
Yeah.
And then there was the get to know you part of the meeting that was at the end. So the business part of the meeting was really, really, really good. And then the getting to know you at the end of the meeting was different level.
Very strange, huh?
Very, very strange. But kind of awesome at the same time. Because it gave you a good story. I'll tell you the story.
Is it someone you're going to continue working with? Because sometimes you find out about people and you're like, I don't know if I want to work with this person.
So probably, right? Weirdness is not a thing that discourages me to work from you. Being a pain in my rear end, that does. But being weird does not eliminate. I love working with weird people.
But if you find out that this person's going to make your work life miserable,
no, they'll stay on track. They're probably going to end up being a good client. But the personal side weirdness factor was wow, like a 9.4.
Well, the story I was going to get to, and this is just the story for all new entrepreneurs, people that are just starting out and haven't experienced the shit. This will happen. It's happened to me plenty of times. I know what happens to you. I just want to make sure people understand. So I have an existing client that's been around for a while, but we had I should say it's a new project we're working on, not necessarily a new client.
Okay.
And They're selling a property. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, this happens in business all the time. They're selling a property. They have a buyer already because the buyer is a person who's already leasing the property, and the buyer is gung ho. Let's do, like, before I had the agreement sale together. He's calling me a couple times a day. Is it ready yet? Is it ready? Gung
Mm-hmm.
ho. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And the seller is already counting her chickens. Right? She's like, yeah, this is great. I'm gonna make this money. Blah 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 blah.
Oh no.
So we sent everything over to the buyer, and we've silence for like a week and a half now. We've heard nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens. People, like, I see a lot of business, and I was thinking about this. Like, I see a lot of business owners, they get a new client in or a new customer in, and the customer is like, yeah, I want 100,000 of these, and I need them right away, and this is going to be a great relationship. And you start counting your chickens, right? She wasn't spending money, but you kind of start spending money in your head before you have it, and you get all excited about it, and then it never happens.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying this isn't going to happen, but based on the way this guy was before, the buyer, and the way the buyer is now, like,
Yep.
dead silence, I don't know if this deal's going through.
Yeah. I used to have a sales guy, and every day he would walk into my office to tell me about all the awesome deals that he had lined up. And I always told him the same thing. Come tell me about it when they've signed the
close.
dotted line.
Yeah.
I'd like, once they signed the contract, let me know.
Right.
Like, I don't want to hear about the prospects that are looking really good and you should have. No, show me the deals that actually closed, right?
Those are the ones that matters.
And
They're the only ones that matter.
It was probably, he was closing less than, I'm going to say 5% of the deals he put out. But talking to him, you'd think he was the greatest salesman in the world.
Of course.
Right? Like, but
he's the best.
Yeah. But it happens all the time. And I don't care if you're a business owner. I don't care if you're a sales guy, whatever it is. Just because someone is excited at the time you're talking to them and they have this idea that they're going to buy from you or whatever,
yeah,
and they're all gung-ho about it, when it comes time to sign and they start to think about it and what the consequences are for them and what this is really going to cost them, and that's when you get all the doubt creeps in, all of that stuff, right? So this is what separates good salespeople from great salespeople, for example, is that they know when that settles in and they can still go in and close.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's why closing the deal is so important, because that is getting past all the objections, the last objections. That's when all the big buyer freaking out stuff is happening.
Right.
Like, am I really gonna sign a loan for $1 million? Right?
Right. No,
that's,
seriously, that's terrifying.
But that's
sometimes.
Correct, right? Like that, and that happens all the time. And it doesn't even have to be $1 million. It could be $10,000, right? Because to some people,
it might not be anything. It might just be a personal guarantee.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my gosh, this is going to be on me now in case my business fails. What do I do? Do I really want to sign this?
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's very interesting, having worked with salespeople and like develops training programs for salespeople and stuff, is how hard it is to train someone to coach someone else through their own doubts, right? Because that's really what closing is. Because you should be setting up a win-win scenario, right? Like, that's ultimately the goal. But it's often really hard to train salespeople to close the proper way, where you're not forcing it down the buyer's throat. Rather, you're working with the buyer for them to understand why they're being hesitant and truly understand whether this is, you're making a decision out of fear,
right?
Like, you're holding off because of fear, or because you think it genuinely will not benefit you, right?
Right.
And 9 times out of 10,
it's fear.
It's fear.
It's absolutely fear.
Like, if you got to that point, the only thing usually stopping you is you are afraid of losing something, or afraid of committing to something, or like, it's always, most of the time. I shouldn't say
especially
always.
If you're new in business, right? Especially if you're new to business, it's like, it's the first time you're dealing with this. You don't know how to overcome it. You know, it's your fight or flight response, and usually you're like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not ready for this yet.
I get the I get the, oh, I signed up with a company like yours before and they ended up,
Yeah.
right? And I'm
Right.
like, oh, okay, so you made a mistake.
Right.
Has anything in this process been similar to what was
Right.
in their process? And they're like, no. I'm
Right.
like, so what makes you think that
They're like
the
me.
work
Yeah.
or the result is going to be different,
Right.
right? Like if none of the preceding stuff was the same, you think we're going to do the same thing they did and
Right.
screw you over?
So that's a good point. So yeah, so for a lot of people out there, if you had a bad experience with
Mhm.
another vendor, another company or something like that, most of the time, no, not even most of the time, all the time, it's because you chose the wrong company.
Yeah.
Whether it's a marketing company, a bank, whatever, broker for something, the
Lawyer,
lawyer.
real estate
Yeah,
agent, like
exactly.
name it,
You
right?
chose the wrong company to work with.
Yes.
There's you need these services. You're
Yes.
going to need these
Yep.
services, and in order to, and you just have to find the right person or the right company to work
I
with.
hear it all the time from, because we primarily work with like local businesses, right? That have a limited radius.
Yeah.
I hear all the time, oh, I spent a year on SEO and it yielded no results. So SEO does not work for local businesses.
Right.
Meanwhile, I have a few dozen clients that do nothing but local SEO and they're booked out,
Hmm.
right? And I'm like, so let's consolidate these two thoughts. You did SEO for a year and it didn't work. I have a few dozen clients that I can pull up numbers for and show you that it's working. I do this for a living. You hired the wrong person,
Yeah.
but you're going to tell me that it doesn't work, right? I'm like, that does not compute. Maybe the company you hired was just doing the wrong things.
Right.
Have you thought about that? And they're
Right.
like, huh. I'm like, because there's multiple approaches to SEO, for example. Like people think it's the same for everyone. It's similar for everyone, but optimizing for a local business versus optimizing for an e-commerce brand,
Right. Very different. Very
two
different
totally
strategies.
different strategies,
Completely.
totally different expertise, totally different approach to the work. But like people have a tendency of it's like, oh, all electricians do the same stuff.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Not even close.
Like I have an electrician that only works on industrial solar.
Right.
He will not touch your house, right? Does that make him the same as the guy up the street that only does residential?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you think those two could just swap their jobs tomorrow? Right? Like,
Right.
would they have a basic understanding of each other's work? Yes.
Basic. Yeah.
Does that mean they could do it?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, not at all. And same thing with attorneys. I mean,
Mhm.
right? I specialize in business and intellectual property law.
Yeah.
I don't know the first thing about divorce. I don't know the first thing about criminal, right?
Right.
I mean, I only know what I learned a little
Yeah.
bit in law school. That was it,
Yeah.
right? But there's so many nuances. I don't know anything about it. Could
So,
I? Yeah, it would take me some
so
time to read
it's
up on it,
but it's
but
it's funny because I get asked frequently like, "Who's your business attorney?"
yeah,
And I go, "For what area of the business?"
right.
And they go, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Well, I have a general day-to-day business attorney.
Yep,
I have a franchise attorney,
yep. Which I got to
right?
talk to you about later, by the way.
Okay. I have a franchise attorney, and then, well, our business attorney also happens to handle our trademarks and stuff like
Hmm.
that. But sometimes not all business attorneys handle the trademarks and
Right.
that stuff. So
Yep.
you may need a separate attorney to handle just your proprietary information.
Right.
Like if you're a business that has a patent, your business attorney is probably not going to be your patent
No, I
attorney,
don't handle patents. Can't
right?
do it.
Like it's a whole
It's a whole
different.
different thing.
So now you may have three attorneys. Like if you're a franchise
Yeah.
that has a patent and does business day to day, you probably have three attorneys.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with marketing, right? A lot of times
Mhm.
you'll have the offline marketing company that does
Yeah.
print and
Yep.
billboards and things like that,
Yep.
and then the online that does all the digital stuff, and maybe even a third
Oh,
for TV.
and no, so it can go even further than
I'm
that. So
sure.
like the digital could be broken in. You could have one that just does SEO and AdWords or pay-per-click marketing, and you could have a separate one that does all your social media,
Yeah,
right? And then you could have a third one that handles all your media buying,
right,
right? Like if you're buying ads on Netflix or Amazon or any of those types of providers, there could be a third firm you're working with.
right.
Now your job is really just hiring a marketing coordinator, so to speak, that makes sure that all
Everyone,
these teams
they're all
know.
working together. Yeah.
Correct.
So, all right, cool. So let's get into the Reddit world today whilst we wait for something on TikTok. But again, if you're in TikTok, feel free to send us your questions. Send us something in the chat. Uh, oh, Gummy, What is that delicious
Oh
drink
my,
you have
oh,
there?
this is an Arnold Palmer diet. It's half lemonade, half iced tea. And
Oh,
let me tell you,
really? Tell me about it.
it is delicious. So I have this big Yeti. We're going to start plugging Yeti too.
Mine's a Camelback.
They're decent.
Very nice.
Not a Yeti,
It's not a Yeti.
but if you have fill this cup with ice and then pour this delicious Arnold Palmer Light over the ice,
They're not a sponsor,
it
by the way.
is
Gummy just likes doing
it
this every
is
episode.
it is like the most perfect drink ever.
Is that right?
See,
Gummy, do you
fits
enjoy that?
perfectly.
Do you enjoy that
I
drink?
do.
Okay. Again, they are not a sponsor. Gummy just really, 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 really likes the drink, and he likes to promote it apparently.
And the company.
Yeah. So anyway, TikTok, if you're out there, send us your comments in chat, and we'd love to answer your questions about business related stuff. If you want to help us grow our podcast to get the word out to other business owners that are looking for advice like this, hit that subscribe button. The more people that subscribe, the more people will see our video and the more information we can get out to other people. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and share with your friends as well. We are on the subreddit Business Ideas today.
God, we were literally talking about this at my office today.
Is that right? Great. So then you already have the inside scoop. All right. This is from Thobs Digitals, who says AI efficiency versus manual methods. What's your pick? Dun, dun, dun. All right. Hey, everyone. I like your thoughts on this. If you need something done for your business, like content creation, chatbot setup, market research, or data analysis, would you, and then colon, choose someone who uses advanced AI tools to deliver faster, more accurate results at a better cost, or go with a traditional freelancer who might take much longer doing it manually? I'm curious what your opinion, what matters more, speed and efficiency or traditional methods?
So the answer is it's a combination.
I agree. Yeah.
Right? Like it's not one or the other. And the reason we were looking at this today is we were literally going through all of our processes. We were looking at what does the CRM handle? What are we handling manually? And then we were looking at like Zapier and make.com. And we were trying to figure out, are there processes that we're doing now manually that would be better done by AI, right? And because we've been AI heavy since it came out of all of our processes and all the tasks that we did, I'll touch on another one, but we found out that we have AI as involved as we want it.
Okay.
Like we don't want it in more things because then it loses the human touch.
Sure.
Right? Which is a huge factor in a lot of the stuff we do. I can tell you though that we did find something. Well, we didn't find it. We tested it for the first time yesterday. Was the agent mode in GPT.
I heard about this.
Dude, it is dumb. Like,
oh, really? No good?
It's dumb how good it is.
Oh.
Right? Like
I completely misread that.
Yeah, no. So things that we've had to do that have required manual tasks, right?
Yeah.
We are looking at what are the top ranking products on, this is the test we ran, right? We have a guy that sells a cleaner, like a cleaning agent, right? And we were trying to figure out who the top ranked products are that show up on Google, what their keywords are and all that stuff. Normally it's manual work, right? We log on to Google, we Google a product search term that we're searching for. We look at what products show up. We click on each of those. We then scrape it to see what descriptions, keywords, all that stuff's being used. I told the agent to go find the top 10 products that get listed on Google for this search term and give me the descriptions and keywords used for all 10 products. So I put that in and then I put that screen off on the other screen and I kept working on something else. I went back to the screen 5 minutes later and it had all of it done. That's like 30 minutes worth of work for a human being.
Yeah.
And the AI did it.
If they know what they're doing.
If they know what they're doing. And the AI did it in 5 or 6 minutes. And it wasn't 100%, but it was 95%.
Wow.
Like
Would a human have done 100%, you think?
if a well-trained human,
Well
yes.
trained,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But once again, the agent is what, a month old?
Right.
They launched it a month ago.
Hmm.
So you're like, they do better than a newly trained employee. All right, like I can tell you that if I just trained someone on doing this and I
Yeah.
told them go do it, they normally get 80 to 90% of the way there.
I keep hearing, not hearing, seeing ads for using AI to do your bookkeeping.
Oh yeah, that's coming.
How? How's that?
That's
How's
coming.
was it? What does it integrate with?
So all of it.
Explain. I don't see how that's possible.
It is. So there is there's actually a guy that I know that is working on actively developing this.
Okay.
Um, so what it does is it simply goes and reads your receipts or
Yep.
your credit card statement, and then it enters the data based on the classifications, but it has understanding. So like it knows Subway, it knows where that goes.
Right. Meals and entertainment. Right.
Right? You don't have to pre-program it. So you can, there's a difference between automation and then using AI to do it. AI can handle a lot of the things that automations fall short of.
Okay.
Right? Like, so if you go to a new restaurant with a client and that receipt has never been put into an accounting system, someone has to manually tell it, oh, by the way, all receipts from this restaurant now go here. But the AI will actually look at the receipt, see what the name is, potentially even look it up.
Go look it up. That's what I had to do. Right?
And then, correct. So it's taking all that that legwork.
I'm just curious how it. So that I completely understand. I'm just curious. Let's say you use QuickBooks. How does it get into QuickBooks?
You give it the login. It logs in and logs
it. Logs in.
Yeah. Dude, go try.
What?
You have ChatGPT.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you probably, because you're a power user like I am.
Yeah.
So you probably already have the agent. Go try it.
Okay.
It will literally, you can tell it to write an article, optimize it, and post it to your WordPress website. And as long as it has the logins.
Really? Because I actually, that's exactly where I was going with WordPress. I was messing around trying to do something the other day, and I said, you know what? I don't want to do this. I'm going to see if I can get ChatGPT to do it for me. And it said, I cannot log in and click around your WordPress site for you.
What, the agent?
No, ChatGPT. So maybe I was using the agent. The agent probably
I think
can.
the agent can.
The agent
because
probably can.
I'm literally watching it. I told it, I was like, I needed a transcript from a YouTube video. So I told it, hey, can you fetch me the video on this cleaner and get me the transcripts? And I watched it. And it literally goes to YouTube. It types in the search. It finds the video.
Wow.
It tries to transcribe it. If it fails, it tries to API connect to it. I was like, I'm sitting there watching this going, like, is this really happening? Like, is it really doing this?
That's funny. I got to figure out, I gotta play with that a little bit. I just want to be able to get some of my mundane like we always talk about the mundane tasks, the stuff that AI is going to be fantastic at. That's one of them is the bookkeeping.
The agent
I gotta
from
play with
OpenAI is.
I don't think I play with it enough. That's probably why.
It is a eye opener as far as where this is headed.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's like a sneak peek into the future. And if you actually play with it and start understanding what it is capable of, like I was watching a video with someone that literally had it go do research on flights. Right. So it went and looked at different sites and booking sites and the airlines and ended up finding exactly the flights that the person needed at the times they needed it. But they were both one way from two different airline companies, but saved her $600. So she would fly one way with one airline and fly home with a different airline, and it saved her $600.
Save money. Yeah, that's a great idea.
So,
all right. Well, anyway, Fobs Digitals. Yeah, it's a combo. It's a combo thing, and I give a CLE on artificial intelligence for attorneys and how they should be using it, and it's always a combo. It's always you should still be reading the contract
Yes.
and then back it up with AI. You go
Yes.
through it, write down your notes, what are your concerns, then have AI look at it as well and
Mhm.
see if it came up with different concerns. And usually it does. Usually it finds something that you're like, oh, I didn't even think of that.
Right. Yeah,
Usually.
it's like it's literally, I mean, they call it an AI assistant for a
Yeah.
reason, right? Like
Yeah.
you should learn how to utilize it as a full assistant.
Yeah.
An assistant that's pretty damn good at a lot of things too.
I agree.
So,
All right, Thobs Digitals, there you go. Yeah, I think it's a combination of the two. Um, I'm just curious what some of the responses are here, or if there's only one really. Honestly, I'd go with the person using AI tools as long as the quality's there. Yeah,
yep.
well, there you go. So it's a combination of the two.
Yeah.
All right, we do have a question from TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
This is from My Social Chain, who says,
Oh,
interestingly enough,
I saw
what
it.
do you think about social media being on chain? How much do you know about this?
Um, so the conversation about this always ends when I ask people who's going to pay for it.
Yeah,
How are you going to fund it?
right.
Right?
Yeah.
Is it going to be funded by user? Because blockchain isn't free,
Oh,
right?
no. Think about the energy required
Yes.
for blockchain to occur.
Mhm.
So just so everybody understands, okay, on chain means blockchain. Okay, what's blockchain? Blockchain is it's just for a very easy way of describing it. Think of it like a ledger. It's a ledger of information that's stored. It stores every transaction or everything that's ever occurred within the chain. Okay, I'm not going into further detail than that, although I could. I'm not going to. The problem with blockchain technology is it requires a massive, massive, massive amount of
Yes.
power and data storage because
Mm-hmm.
initially when there's only 2 or 3 transactions, well, yeah, that'll fit on, a thumb drive. 2-3 thousand transactions, sure, that'll still fit on a thumb drive. But once you start getting into 2-3 million, 2-3 billion, right? I mean, think about how many trillions and quadrillions of transactions have occurred in the Bitcoin blockchain, right?
Yep.
You're not storing it on a thumb drive. You're not storing it on a hard drive. You are storing it on petabytes of data, if not larger, right? Which requires a massive, massive amount of energy to run. And there's no centralized location where there's a server farm somewhere running Bitcoin. What happens is it's distributed over the
Yes.
world by all the people who want to be involved in Bitcoin,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's what the miners are.
Correct.
Those the people that are mining Bitcoin. So, in order to have an ongoing blockchain, you have to you have to what do I? You have
Oh.
to run these like miners or some type of computer hardware
Mm-hmm.
constantly
Yes.
all day every day, and it can never go down because if it does, you'll lose the entire chain.
Correct.
So
I like the idea of
oh, this is cool.
so
I'm watching your agent go,
I told it I wanted to go to a Cowboys game
and it slapped you in the face, and then what?
and that I'm in Philadelphia and that I needed to find reasonably priced tickets
Yeah.
and find me flights to and from the game as
Okay.
well as a hotel.
All right.
So it's
It's actually doing that now.
it is literally browsing the internet,
That is
looking
cool.
for tickets to the Cowboys game, and then it'll move on to finding me flights and hotel.
Very cool.
And this can literally just sit there in the background and muddle.
That's neat. I like it.
Like,
It'll find you the best ones. So
hopefully, we'll see.
so anyway, so that's the issue with being on chain. You're
Yes.
absolutely 100% right.
Yes.
Great idea. Who's going to pay for it?
Mhm.
Right? Now, let's assume we can get a few million people to offer up their computers
Yep.
to keep the chain going, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. What would you say is the next is? I know what mine is. What would you say is the next issue?
Well, funding is really the primary issue.
Yeah, but
right?
let's assume
So let's
that
assume
like
let's
just like
assume
Bitcoin,
we have the
millions of
funding.
people are willing to use their power and
So
resources to
we
keep
can
this going.
moderation, for example. Who does the moderation on the platform?
Does it need to be moderated?
To be
Who
legal
moderates Bitcoin?
to be legal in a lot of countries, then yes, if it's a social media platform.
But there's a difference. There's a difference here.
Mhm.
Facebook has to be legal because Facebook is a company,
Mhm.
right? This is This would not be a company. This would be a distributed network. This would be decentralized. There's no entity to go after. Just like Bitcoin.
So
You
they
can't, who are you going after?
so they could only go after the end user.
Pretty much.
So no
And
one
good luck finding them if they're anonymous on a decentralized platform.
so no one would ultimately be responsible for anything that happens there.
That is the whole point of decentralization. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now,
So how would you do basic changes? Like, what do I see when I go on there?
I don't know. Right? That could be it could be a situation where you are creating your own what you see might be different than what I see,
Right.
right?
Who controls that?
I control my views. You control your views. So the look
Okay.
and feel, the functionality, etc. Maybe there's like when you first create it, you have the ability to change the way you see things, the way your algorithm functions, the data that it turns for you. What are you saying? Wow, that's so cool.
So I'm
It's
curious.
it's finding some good answers for you.
I'm
So anyway, so yeah, I can see that. I can absolutely see how that would
but
work. The first problem outside of funding that I see
mm-hmm,
is one of the things that people don't realize is every transaction inside of these decentralized networks
mm-hmm,
has to be viewable. People can see them,
right.
right? So there's no I mean, I guess it could be encrypted, I suppose, but that encryption won't last long. You'll be able to see every piece of communication between people because so let's take the Bitcoin blockchain for example. You can if you have to actually when you are running a server or when you have your own wallet, you can see every single transaction that ever occurred within. That's why
Right.
it takes 10 hours to download
The ledger.
the ledger
Right.
because you can see every transaction that ever occurred. What you can't see is what it was paid for,
Mm-hmm.
what who owns it. You can just see that this address paid this address this much,
Right.
or this address earned this much from mining, or something like that. But in a social media platform, I would have to imagine. Now, again, I haven't thought this through, but I would have to imagine you'd be able to see, at minimum, conversational transactions between accounts.
Right.
You don't know who owns those accounts. I guess you could find a way to encrypt it, but that would be you know you have to do point to point encryption
Mm-hmm.
where your encryption is different than somebody else's encryption. Because
But
if
wouldn't
you
that be more like a messenger system then?
well, it would have to be because otherwise, if there's a central encryption for the entire network, well, that'll get broken tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Someone will figure that out right away,
Right.
right? I mean, you remember DSys back in the early 2000s?
No.
You don't know about DSys? What happened with the
No.
kid? I think it was from Sweden. Oh, this is great. So the DVD industry
Yeah.
spent $1 billion. I think it was a
Is this
billion dollars
mm-hmm.
on coming up with a cryptography, an algorithm that would completely forbid anyone from playing playing their DVDs unless they were on it was a legitimate device and a legitimate DVD. And it was called, well, I forget what the algorithm was called, but they were like, no one's ever going to break this. It's infallible. And they were high on their horses. And I believe it was 2 weeks later, a
I was gonna
14-year-old
say
kid
it's
from
always
Sweden came up with a program called DSys. I think it was
mm-hmm.
DECS CSS or something like that, and completely destroyed their algorithm.
Yep.
14 days. This
Oh yeah.
kid may have even been sooner than that. And it was great. It was huge because for about 2 weeks you couldn't decrypt DVDs, and then DSys came out and you could decrypt
Correct.
DVDs
Right.
and put them online, and that's when all these
Mm-hmm.
torrent sites and everything started
Oh yeah.
going nuts. It's like stop fighting it. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to create an encryption that's unbreakable, especially with quantum computing coming out, doing what it's
And
doing.
I also think that's because this conversation about decentralizing social media has been like I've been hearing about it for
Oh
years now.
yeah.
And my question is always like, what's the point? Like, what do you
Well,
want? Like,
it makes it. I'm guessing, right? Because I haven't really thought about
mm,
this, but I'm guessing what it does is it keeps it keeps opinions
mm-hmm,
open, meaning
mm-hmm,
that no one can tell you what you can and can't say,
correct.
right?
I get that.
So you have the freedom of speech,
Yes,
which also means you have the freedom to lie and make things up.
correct.
So you get into that cycle where you don't know what's real and what isn't.
Well, we're already there.
We're already there, but is that a social media company's job to determine what's real and what isn't? I don't think so. I don't think they should.
No, I don't think they should either, right? Um, but it's just very interesting to me is you use social media because they do something really well and you like what it does,
Yeah.
right? Like TikTok does their algorithm really well.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of entertaining stuff and not a lot of stuff you don't like seeing,
Right.
right? Facebook's getting better at it, Instagram's getting better at it. Like they all work on the same premise now that it's no longer connection based, it's
Right.
interest based, right? So once again, if it was a social network, let's compare it to X, okay? Where it's basically
Yeah.
just people putting up
Yeah.
chat threads.
Sure.
How long do you think it would take for you to even find people on there that you were mildly to moderately interested in actually seeing their stuff pop up?
Well,
on, like,
I would just use my ChatGPT agent and say, "Hey, go find
Fine.
people on this new
Right.
decentralized platform that I'm interested in." But no, seriously, it would take time, obviously,
Okay.
right? But I guess you could say the same thing for any new social media platform that comes out.
Yeah, what yeah, I don't know. I understand it. But once again, things very rarely keep advancing at a rapid rate
Yeah.
unless there's money involved,
Oh, sure.
right? Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. So even if someone starts it, I don't know that it's even going to last, right?
Well,
Assuming you can fund it.
think of it like this. Think of it like, and again, haven't thought this through.
Mhm.
It's a social media platform where you have to actually download software onto your computer,
Mhm.
and then your computer is now part of the platform. So
Yes.
your computer, as long as it's up and running, is helping the social media platform continue to exist. And again, if you have millions of people doing it, well, that solves that problem.
Yeah. So we have another guy on TikTok asking questions, by the way.
Okay.
What do we think about a drive-through flower farm?
Flower farm.
Yes. So he would, let me see if I got this
By the way,
right.
my social chain. Thank you so much for the question. I hope we gave you some
So
ideas.
he has the acreage. The idea is that he would put up photos of flowers and stuff he has available,
Okay.
and you could just drive up and order them, pick them up.
I love it.
Never had to get out of your car.
That's fantastic.
I like it too.
It adds to the laziness factor that we already
Dude,
enjoy.
we have drive-through weddings.
We have oh yeah, I know.
Like
in Vegas, I know.
how lazy can you get, right? Like people love their cars, and if you can make their life easier,
Yeah.
right? Like part of the reason I don't buy flowers more often than I do is because I don't feel like driving to the flower store, getting out of my car,
Yeah.
walking in, picking the flowers, waiting for someone to wrap them. Like it's a process.
Well,
right?
if I could go online and order the flowers and just drive and pick them up, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But
Yes.
you don't do that. You go to the store. All right, which ones do I want? Oh, do you like the purple? Do you like the pink?
It's a
oh, I don't know. Do you want baby's breath?
but
You're in
it's
there for 20 minutes to
right,
buy a couple of flowers.
It's a process,
Right.
right? Like I might set up a damn subscription where I pick flowers up the first Friday of the month,
Yeah.
right? And if my order is ready and I just drive up and pop open my trunk
Yeah.
and they stick it in my
I
trunk.
wouldn't put it in your trunk.
Why?
They'll die.
I drive a Suburban, dude.
Oh, okay.
My
So
trunk
that's not really a trunk.
my trunk and my
It's the
front
back of the car.
Fine.
Has air conditioning.
So-
It's fine. A
correct.
trunk doesn't have air conditioning.
Okay.
That's where the flowers go to
Fine.
die.
Fine. But like if I could just drive up and just like you do pick up groceries. Like if you would have told me that picking up groceries would have been a thing
Yeah.
until COVID rolled along, like I'm still amazed when I pull up to like a BJ's or a Walmart or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, and they have the pickup. The
people
pickup.
are still doing the. I'm like, yes, we are lazy.
Oh yeah, and we're going to get lazier. And once the Amazon drone program comes out and it's
Oh,
the Federal Aviation approves it, oh yeah, we're done. It's the laziness factor will be at 100.
once we all have a Tesla robot
A
in our
Tesla
house.
robot who will pick up our drone
Yes.
products. Oh, then the laziness will be real.
But yeah,
But no, I like this idea. I really like this a lot.
yeah, so Mr. What does that say? Mr. Harn? I can't quite see it. I like this idea, especially if it's like a flower farm where the flowers are cut fresh
Yeah, that's what
and
I'm
like
thinking, right? That's what
it's
separates it, because when you
oh,
you
dude,
go to a florist, those flowers were cut a couple days ago usually, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them come from other countries. So like
Oh,
they were
true,
cut
right.
3 to 5.
I like that
That's
idea that, yeah, because when you get
but
the
like
flowers, they were cut 30 minutes ago.
but like you can picture it, right? Like someone has a giant farm. I would put the pickup spot just like into the property, so I would have to drive
And see all the flowers.
through
Oh yeah, of
flowers to
course.
pick up my flower. Like
Yeah.
now
Like
it's
the
in
Wizard of Oz.
now it's in the yes, right? Like go all out, make it a yellow brick road to
Right.
get to the pickup place. But yeah, I think pick up or drive through flowers where I can just order the flowers,
Yeah.
swing by,
I think that
especially
would be
fresh
cool.
cut. I think that would be really cool.
That'd be really cool.
I like this idea a lot.
I'm trying to think if there's any detriments to doing that. Like what would be the no, don't do that. Why shouldn't you do it? I can't
No,
think of any.
it's farm direct. You
Yeah.
get to charge retail prices, right? You get rid of all the middlemen.
Yep. There's a lot of middlemen when it comes to
There's
flowers.
there's a lot of middlemen with a lot of stuff, right? Like I think this is assuming you have a populated enough area close enough to you, right?
Yeah.
This is where the market research comes in.
Yep.
Is how many people are buying flowers in your immediate area, right? Like what is the quantity of flowers sold?
Right.
And how much of that market can you get?
Right.
If you think you can get 3% of the market, then run the numbers, right? Like, because you can get estimated numbers for
Oh yeah.
what's being sold in any region. Yeah, I like this a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty. What's the person's name?
Mr. Harn.
Mr. Harn. Cool idea.
I like it.
Send us a picture of the farm. I'm dying to know what it looks
I
like.
would
Like,
love-
I'm serious. I'm envisioning like the Wizard of Oz. I'm envisioning like this gigantic area with
Like
flowers,
flowers everywhere.
It's the only way that would work. You can't do it with just a small. You have to have
It's got to be a
you have
combination
big
of
variety too,
correct.
right? And I would also imagine, depending on where you live, that's got to be seasonal.
Well, so
Unless you have like
there's-
greenhouses
correct, and there's also seasonal.
hydroponics,
There's
right?
also seasonal flowers. So as
Yeah.
long as you don't have like a winter like we
Right.
have here, then I don't
Well,
see
even
why.
so, if you have a greenhouse, you can do it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Very cool. I like the idea.
so before we move on,
Oh, here we go. Okay, cool.
take a look.
All right, let's
Take
see.
a look at that.
Ah,
So my request to it
here are the
was
most affordable cowboy tickets.
so if you read what I asked it to do, I said I'm looking to go to a Cowboys game this
Yes.
year. I don't care what game it is. Can you find me the most affordable option? Remember that I'm in Philadelphia and I will need flights and stay.
Yep.
Look at what it gave me back.
So the preseason game starts at $4, which is probably about right.
Yep.
Let's see. American Airlines, $199 round trip. Wow, that's pretty cheap. Budget friendly hotel, $88 a night. Let me tell you, if you're saying an $88 a night hotel in Dallas, something's wrong.
I get it.
Let's see. Wow, these tickets are cheap.
It's because it's early in the season,
Early in the season, yeah.
right? Like they haven't started selling out yet.
They aren't dem boys yet.
Nope.
Very cool. Wow, $400
Yeah.
for round trip
But
tickets,
if you keep
hotel, and seats.
if you keep scrolling down, I think it gives you the summary of
Well, it gives you the best value,
uh-huh.
which would be, in your case, the Cardinals game would be the best value. You can get tickets at $22, a reasonable flight. This is fantastic. I got to learn how to use the agent more often.
That was 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
Right? It did it in 4 minutes.
That's great.
And
Again,
it will literally show you a video of where it went, what it clicked. So you can backtrace where it got all the information from if you want to.
That is pretty cool. I'll have to play with that more.
Look. It is literally
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
It's
That is neat.
scrolling through and like it's crazy. And this is
Now, will it go and buy it for you if you wanted it to?
It can add it to my cart. It can't check it out.
Okay.
So like if it has now I haven't tested this yet,
Yeah, yeah.
but it was saying that if it has login information and stuff, like if it has my Amazon login, I can go tell it, hey, I need a USB cable. I need it to be at least 9 feet.
Right.
It has to be mini USB on both ends. Find me the best one.
Very cool.
It can go and add that to my cart.
I'm definitely gonna have to play with that more often. We should do an episode on the agent one day. That's pretty cool. All right, so so cool. A couple TikTok questions. I like it. Any more TikTok questions out there? Please submit them to us. Send them in the chat.
Do you know what? I might do this Chargers game.
When is it?
December 21st, $409.
Oh, okay.
Or the Vikings game.
All right, so moving on, we are back on Reddit here. This is from building_stuff86, who says, how do I start shipping? Okay, so I have my SaaS ready. It's completely free to ship. Where do I start? I want to gather suggestions and reviews on the current state of the service. Would you use it? What can I improve, etc.? I'm also planning to promote on Twitter. Also, please suggest a few subreddits to promote on. So they have a software as a service platform, and they're ready to ship. Okay, so are we talking about actual shipping, or are we talking about they just want to get the product out there for people to start?
Don't know.
I think by shipping,
it's kind of a cryptic message.
Yeah, I think by shipping they mean I want to get people aware. I want to make people aware of my product,
right?
As opposed to I'm going to start sending things in the mail.
Yes,
that's my guess. So,
unless
your world, my friend, is all you.
This is all me.
All you. No, seriously. So, okay. Yeah. So forget the question.
So promotions.
Yes, promotion of a SaaS product.
Depends on
what it is.
Whether you have money or not.
Assume not.
Assume we don't have any money and we want to promote, and it does.
You know what? No.
No.
If you started a business,
yes,
and you didn't have money for marketing, why are you starting a business?
That would be 95% of all businesses.
Okay. No, absolutely. Right. So why are you starting a business? So because when you say you don't have money, people are thinking, do I need a couple $100,000? Blah, blah, blah. What would you, if you're starting a business, what would you say would be a good budget to start with on promoting a SaaS product? $5,000, $10,000?
Probably between 5,000 and 7,000.
Yeah, that's all I'm thinking.
A month.
A month. Okay.
A month.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
I mean, because the reality is,
put some money aside. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because you're going through so much noise.
Correct. Right. That is the biggest problem. Is you are going to be spending. The biggest problem is people underspend and then don't understand why they didn't get results. Right.
Right.
So I've had clients whose total marketing budget was $3,000 or $4,000 a month, and it's spread across 2 or 3 platforms.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at the results and we go, but if we just took and put it on 2 platforms instead of 4, the cost per result would probably come down.
Yeah.
Because you aren't at a point where we're hitting diminishing returns, right?
You'll pay the same amount, but you'll get more people out of it or more sales out of it.
So you're spending more money on ads.
No, if you consolidate.
If you consolidate, you're spending the same amount of money,
right?
But your cost per result goes down because it becomes more efficient, right? It's not a flat scale, right? When it comes to any of this stuff. You could spend $1,000 and get 10 leads. You could spend $2,000 and get 40 leads, right? A lot of it has to do with, because many of these ad platforms are a bidding system. So everyone is bidding against each other from 6 a.m. to noon, right? When other people start running out of money, your ads become cheaper to display, right? So you're paying maybe half for the cost per result at the end of the day than you were in the morning, right? Like, that's extreme, but it's just so that people get an idea. And of course, the platform that you're using to advertise is trying to maximize the dollar amounts they get. So it's weird how it's like this balance of how much money can we take from the advertiser versus the result, right? That's why, like, I saw it was fascinating. There was a guy that had a moving company, and they had narrowed it down to that they only advertised 3 days a week 4 hours at a time.
For whatever reason, the statistics told them that. Yeah.
Because 80% of their leads from the previous year came on those 3 days
Yep.
during those times. Right?
Beautiful.
Like talking about analyzing the data. So
Yeah.
they literally cut their ad budget by, I think, 20%, and their leads increased because they made sure they never ran out of money on
Right.
those 3 days. So what they had previously used all week to advertise was now consolidated into 12 hours. So instead of advertising for
Right.
100 and some odd
6
hours,
a.m. doesn't help you, or
that-
maybe it does.
correct,
Right.
right? They had consolidated their entire budget into 12 hours worth of advertising that they had found was the most likely time that someone went through, clicked the ad, called them, and they closed the deal on it, right?
That is pretty cool.
That's how nitty gritty some of this stuff is,
That's neat.
right?
And you talk about this a lot too,
Mhm.
and as you just mentioned, and I also want to make sure that building stuff here understands: do not take money and spread it into 20 different places, right? It needs to be one, maybe two.
Test one thing.
Yeah, test one market, right?
Yep.
And whatever that market is, whether it's
the reality is you can probably do $1 million worth of annual revenue by only advertising in one place,
okay,
like relatively easily.
yeah,
Whether that's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, whatever it is, you can easily hit $1 million in revenue by just advertising in one place, right? And then once you start seeing diminishing returns on that, now you could look at a secondary market,
yeah,
right? Especially because when you're selling all over, it doesn't matter. If you were only selling landscaping services in a 5-mile radius of what your business address is, no, you probably need more than one, right? Because that market is going to be, how do I explain it? That market needs brand penetration
yeah,
as well as actual ads, right?
right,
And there could simply not be enough searches being done
yeah,
for you to be able to hit those numbers in that small of an area, which means, okay, now I can expand where I'm advertising. Now I
right,
can go get the billboard or put it into meta ads or whatever it
yeah,
is, right? Which is really what the balance for a marketing budget is all about, is how do we maximize the return on the money that we're spending, right? And the answer isn't always advertise in more places.
right,
Sometimes the answer is advertise in fewer
yeah,
places,
right. So yeah, so anyway, building stuff. Take your whatever money, however you're gonna, and it's not gonna be free. Okay,
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna post in some subreddits up, chat board. It's no, it's just
So
not gonna
you
work. You can do that, but that
it's
can't be it.
correct, but it's extremely time consuming,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Because that's why I always say, like, if you have more time than money, do that type of stuff. Go join the forums that talk about whatever industry you're solving the problem
yeah,
for. Perfect example is the guy that sells cleaning products, right? He's hasn't advertised a day in his, well, that's not true. He used to advertise in a magazine,
right,
right? That magazine is no longer around. So he hasn't advertised since the magazine went out of business. They have grown their business to almost $500,000 in revenue by simply joining chat forums, Facebook groups,
wow.
um,
So it can be done,
and genuinely answering people's questions and becoming a resource. It can be done. It's just very, 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 very time consuming,
which
right?
is still money.
Correct.
Because instead of you going out and building your business, so to
Yes.
speak, you're taking all your time advertising.
The only thing he does as far as what I would consider marketing is every once in a while he'll put out a YouTube video. And it's just a YouTube video that he actually does for the people that are already buying his product to explain to them how to get the best use out of the
Yeah,
product they already bought.
understood.
Right? So they're educational videos. They're not even, he's not even trying to sell you
No, I get
on
it.
that, right?
Totally get it.
So yeah, it is doable. It's just very, very time consuming.
All right. Let's move on. We got time for one more.
And I think this is true across almost anything in business, is that the free version is always going to be more time consuming or there's going to be something lacking in it versus the paid version.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right. I was thinking about this because I have to do a talk in about 6 weeks, I think. And the topic is how to choose the right AI models for my business. Right. And the answer is it's largely task dependent. And the answer is probably not going to be the free version of anything.
Right.
It is going to be a paid version of something. It's going to be something because if it adds that much value to you as a business that it's cutting down salaries or freeing up time,
Mm-hmm.
it is going to cost something.
Yeah.
Right. And it's interesting to me how many people, like, you tell them, oh, it's going to be $49 for this chat bot connected to the AI. That's going to be your total cost. So like $600 a year. And they're like, oh my God, that's a lot. I can use the free chat. Yeah, I'm like, but it doesn't automate it.
Right.
It doesn't
right.
And it's going to cost you
the time it saves you.
It's going to cost probably between $3,000 and $5,000 to set it up, to create your custom chatbot, to do all of these things. And then it's going to be $50 a month after that. And they're like, oh my God, that's a lot of money. And then you're like, yeah, but it just freed up half a person for the rest of the year.
Right.
Like,
which you'd have to pay significantly more to.
Correct.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So let's move on to one more. This is from Repulsive-Prize 2691, who says, can you guys let me know how good this idea is? Business idea. Personalized chocolate hampers with QR-based messages. What? Hold on. Imagine receiving a chocolate hamper.
Oh, I'm guessing it's supposed to be baskets.
Oh, maybe. Well, let's see. Let's read. That not only tastes amazing, but also includes a personal message from a loved one, something heartfelt, funny, or even a short video. The idea is to create customizable chocolate hampers where customers choose from a few curated packaging styles and upload a personal message, text, voice, or video.
Mm-hmm.
This message is then linked to a QR code, which is printable and placed inside the hamper. When this recipient scans the QR code, they get to see the sender's message, making the gift feel truly thoughtful and memorable. It's a mix of emotional gifting and simple tech. No mood-based packaging, just well-designed options to pick from a unique, personalized surprise inside. I'm sorry. Chocolate
That's
hamper.
exactly what
I know
was
it's
doing.
exactly what you're doing. What is a chocolate hamper?
I don't think there's anything.
No, maybe there is. Hold on.
Oh.
Chocolate gift baskets, yes. Luxury chocolate hampers.
Yeah,
hold on.
They're boxes of chocolate.
So it's boxes of chocolate. Okay.
Yeah.
British chocolate hamper said. Mm-hmm. All right. So hold on. What is a chocolate hamper? It's a gift basket typically presented in a woven basket filled with an assortment of chocolate.
So we call them gift baskets.
Never heard it before. No, that's a cool idea. I love it. No, this is cool. This is great. So this is the I'm sending you flowers, I'm sending you chocolates, but also with a QR code so I can send you a personalized message with it.
We are on the thoughtful streak today.
We are
flowers, chocolate baskets.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, very much so.
We both know someone that does
all these things.
Chocolate, gift baskets, and flowers.
And flowers, yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, this is cool. I like this. This is just taking see, okay. Guys, girls out there, everyone, kids, adults, I don't care.
Women, grandmas, grandparents.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Everyone out there that's talking about starting a business, right? You do not need a unique idea that no one's ever done before.
No.
Sometimes you can just take an existing idea and add a little difference to it. And that's what this is. This is great.
Or do it a little better.
Or do it a little bit
slightly
better.
Differently.
Right, exactly. But this is a perfect example. Chocolate baskets, chocolate boxes, they've been around for 100 years, 200 years.
How long ago was the cup invented?
Right, exactly.
Right?
And it took 200 years to make the Yeti.
Probably more than 200 years.
2,000 years to make the Yeti. But my point is, it's taking an existing idea and adding a little difference to it, something out of the ordinary.
The cooler is a perfect example, right? Like, if you would have asked someone before Yeti entered the market, is there a market for another company in the cooler market, right? And you go, well, you can buy coolers anywhere, right? Since Yeti, you now also have Cobalt that makes tools that have entered that market. And they're entering the market with super high quality
Right.
coolers, right? Like, yes, the cheap cooler market seems to be pretty dominated by a handful of players,
Right.
but Yeti made a lot of manufacturers realize that there are guys that work out in the sun all day, and
Yeah.
the basic cooler just doesn't
Doesn't
do the
cut it.
job.
Yeah.
Or they're out on a boat all day and they need to make sure that fish doesn't go bad.
Yeah.
And the cheaper coolers just don't. So like there is a market for almost anything out there, right? Like, it may be a slice of the market. It may be a very thin slice. Sometimes the slice is so thin you can't make it a
Right.
viable business. But a lot of times the slice is big enough that you can make millions.
Oh yeah. And again, this is nothing more
Mhm.
than an existing business that you can add a little difference to. That
Yep.
yeah, might be the differentiator. People are like, I like that. Let
Yes.
me go do that. Now the problem is it's not going to stop anybody else from doing it. Like
Correct.
Lindt chocolates or something like that. Say, oh, what a cool idea. We could do that too.
Correct.
But they're more on mass distribution.
Yeah,
This is yeah.
this would be your local
Right.
chocolatier
Yeah.
type thing that would do
No,
this, right?
definitely a very cool idea. I'd
And
like to see that.
and you have to remember, at least here in the US, I don't know about the UK, but a lot of these smaller shops that are doing this type of stuff are not good at marketing at
Yeah.
all,
Yeah.
right? Like, so if you are good at marketing and you come up with something like this, you can easily penetrate a market by just doing some basic marketing.
Yeah.
When's the last time like you saw any type of ad for a flower shop,
Right.
right?
It's usually 1-800-Flowers or something like that. That's about
Correct.
it. Yeah.
That's about it, right? When's the last time you saw an ad for one of the local coffee shops that's around
Right.
here?
Because you're fighting against these giant. Yeah. Right.
So, but a lot of them should be advertising, right?
Oh, they absolutely should.
I can't tell you how many times I talk to a local business owner that just assumes that people know they're there
Right.
because they have a physical presence and a sign outside, right? I have driven past places for how long did I move to this area? Like 10 years ago?
Hmm.
I have driven by places that I've driven by probably hundreds of times. And all of a sudden I noticed them. Like
Yeah.
I just discovered that there's a bakery 4 minutes off from my house.
Yep.
Yep. They just closed.
Ah,
So I discovered them.
too late.
Yeah. Yes.
Too
Right.
late for them.
Too late for them.
Yeah.
Right. But that bakery probably assumed that because there's a giant sign on the building that says bakery, that people would just know they were there.
Right.
Like I had no clue. Because when I was driving, I would always look at the other way. So I can tell you all the stores that are on the other side of the road, but I can't tell you the stores that are on this side of the
Right.
road, right?
Right.
It's
Totally get
weird,
it.
but
Yeah.
but we're creatures of habit. So like if I'm not used to looking in that direction as I'm driving,
Oh yeah.
it, like it's pure luck that I discover you.
All right. So Repulsive Prize 2691. Cool idea. I'd
I
like to
like it.
see that. Send us some chocolates with a personalized message.
Yes.
We'd love to see it. I like chocolate. All right. I think that's gonna be it for today, man.
I think we're good.
Um,
There's
are
actually
you what?
so Mr. Harn actually posted a follow-up question.
Oh, okay. Very quickly.
So we'll do it real quick. So flower farm needs at least 20 acres. What are some wild financing options I could do to buy and build?
Okay, very quickly. As far as buy, seller finance would be great.
Yep.
Right. If you can get the whoever owns the farm to actually finance the sale of the property to you would be
Yep.
fantastic. That would be your best bet. An SBA loan, if you're in the United States, that is something that they would eat up all day long.
Yep.
Something like that. If there's property involved, then that's your collateral.
Mhm.
You shouldn't have a problem getting an SBA loan. Do not go after a hard money loan whatsoever. Hard money loan is when you have either you don't have the credit or you have difficulty getting it through a bank. Hard money lender will lend it to you at a significantly higher interest rate.
Basically legal loan
It
sharking.
is legal loan sharking, so do not go after a high
Yep.
money loan, hard money loan. But yeah, I would say seller financing for the land,
Mhm.
SBA loan for either the land or the infrastructure you need to build on top of it.
Ideally, in an ideal world, you want to find 20 acres in an ideal spot that has
Grain belt.
that has
It's got to be in the grain belt.
that has a pre-existing building on it
Oh yeah,
that you can convert.
right.
Right.
There's lots of farmland out there that you could
Correct.
buy that has that.
But because otherwise you might have to look at multiple financing options.
Right.
Because you might have to finance
The land and then
land
finance
and
the
then
building.
finance the
Right.
building.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, and if you're in the United States, an SBA loan would absolutely be great. Again,
Yeah.
seller financing would be number one for the land.
Yeah.
No
With the
question about it.
SBA loans, you do need collateral and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Like depending on what else you need, but SBA is a good option.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, you might also be able to get partial family funding.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like I
sure.
tell people all the time, like
You never know how deep your uncle's pockets are.
correct. If you need 10 grand, 20 grand, you might be surprised that there's a family member that has that laying around wondering
Yeah.
if they can invest it in something
Right.
and, become a small partner in your venture, or you pay them back with interest over time. Like
Right.
don't underestimate people that would be willing to lend you the money at a
Yep.
reasonable rate if they believe in you.
If they believe in your product.
Yes.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
but don't get butthurt if they say no.
No, of course.
Right?
It's
Like-
it's business. Business is you have to separate business from personal.
Yes.
Right. If someone that you have a very good personal relationship says no to you from a business standpoint,
Mhm.
don't hold that against them
Oh,
personally.
no.
No, I know you wouldn't, but a lot of people.
Yeah, I
would.
know. No, but like, because I have conversations with people that I know all the time where I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, you want to do this as a business? And
Yeah.
they're like,
Right.
I don't know if that's up my alley, or
Right.
like, I don't know if I'd be interested in putting time and resources into that. Like, I'd rather do something else. Like, okay,
Yeah.
then I'll go find someone else.
All right. With that, I am leaving next Wednesday. So can we do on Tuesday?
Next Tuesday. Yes.
Okay. So for those of you out on
Actually-
TikTok,
Actually, Tuesday would work better for me too.
Great.
Because I was going to tell you, I'm not here next Wednesday.
beautiful.
I'm
So
thinking-
next Tuesday, 11:30 Eastern time.
Yep.
We'll be back on TikTok.
Yep.
So for those of you watching, thank you very much for watching today. It's great. Hope we gave you some good advice. And for those of you on Reddit, you'll see this in a few weeks when it actually goes
Yes.
live. And till then,
You'll have your QR code.
You'll have your QR
in the
code.
chocolate hampers.
we'll have the chocolates and the QR code here hopefully next week, along with the case of Arizona iced tea. And the sugar rush. Oh, wait, no, it's light, so there's no
It's
sugar.
diet.
That's right, it's
No
diet, so
sugar.
there's no sugar.
The light has sugar. Diet does not.
With that, my friend, always a pleasure, buddy.